providing safe and supervised spaces for kids. It's remarkable. And then you have the parent that runs in after 2 connecting bus stops, has 2 minutes left before the program ends, and you're telling her homework is done. They had a healthy afternoon snack.
Mm-hmm.
We played on the playground. Your kid is wiped out. And it's just that gratitude of, I can spend time with my kid now, right?
Wow. That's great.
We're talking about after school hours, the riskiest time on the streets or to be at home, right? The long summer days. So we want to make sure that we're giving kids after school programs, summer learning programs, so they can learn, they can thrive, and they can succeed. And when we talk about like thrive, we want it to be like thriving in school, but also thriving in the workplace in the future, thriving in life. We bring learning to life. And kids don't even realize that they're learning. Adventures across the city.
That's the way to teach them.
Yeah, it's the way to teach them, and it's beautiful. And here's the part that people really don't know.
Everybody, this is Kevin Bacon, and I'm very excited to be here, SixDegrees.org, hosting this episode of Six Pack. For those of you who don't know, 6 Degrees is a silly game that sort of is supposed to connect me to everybody in the acting universe. And if you really take me out of the game, we always have felt like it's kind of a beautiful idea because we certainly are all connected in one way or another. So in 2007, I came up with the idea of creating some kind of charity around that concept. And we created SixDegrees.org, which is a nonprofit that tries to highlight and amplify voices of people who are doing great work on the ground, and to really speak to the fact that we are connected and that there's a lot of grassroots organizations out there that are doing some beautiful things to make this world a better place. So I am very happy to be here today with a longtime friend of SixDegrees.org, Jaime La Fuente Garcia, who is the president and CEO of the Andy Roddick Foundation. So thank you for spending time with us today.
Excited to be here.
On this Six Pack. So basically, we're going to ask Jaime 6 questions about her organization, and here we go. Tell us about the organization and tell us how you bring that mission to life.
I love your intro about connection. The Andy Roddick Foundation, we're all about connecting with the community, expanding opportunities for our kids to make sure that they're learning and they're connecting during the time outside of the school day. We're talking about after school hours, the riskiest time on the streets or to be at home, right? The long summer days. So we want to make sure that we're giving kids after school programs, summer learning programs, so they can learn, they can thrive, and they can succeed. And when we talk about like thrive, we want it to be like thriving in school, but also thriving in the workplace in the future, thriving in life. And, we do this in a couple of different buckets. The first one is this really special summer learning program. It's unique. It's national certified or accredited, I should say. 1 certified teacher, 6 kids.
Wow.
Small group.
That's great.
We bring learning to life, and kids don't even realize that they're learning. Adventures across the city.
That's the way to teach them.
Yeah, it's the way to teach them, and it's beautiful. And the beauty is that we're trying to make sure that children are using their voice, they're creating their own type of environment, and they're feeling like they have the confidence, right? So it's a trajectory for success, but also a transformation for them. And then the partner schools that we work with, we're committed. We want to make sure there's generational change. So we'll break the cycle of poverty, right? Make sure that they're set up for success. What's beautiful about it is that our intention behind every single piece of our program has such focus and research behind it. So our outcomes are showing that our kids are outperforming their peers. Science, math, reading, statewide test by as high as 18%. And right now we're in a place where there's chronic absenteeism. Kids are not going back to school, and our kids are attending school 10% more than their peers. And it's huge, right? This is what we need to be doing. The second bucket of our work is we are really honored to be the lead of a network here in Austin, in Central Texas. There are 40 after-school and summer programs that we get to go ahead and boost up the work that they're doing, provide them with professional development, quality initiatives, make sure that we have evaluations and assessments. What we know is that when you have high-quality programs, you get these really incredible outcomes. So as a parent, you want to be able to choose from anywhere in the city, any type of focus. And what we want to be able to say is that this is the best place to raise a kid. It's the best place to be a kid because there's high quality programs.
So what would you say is the most rewarding and the most challenging parts of the work that you do?
I think as a nonprofit leader, we could talk a lot about challenges, but I will say the rewards are huge. And that's the reason why we get past the challenges really, really fast. So I'll speak a little bit about the rewards. It's incredible when you walk into a program and kids are excited to go ahead and share with you the chant that they created as a team because they did it, right? And it's about how they're going to have their best summer, how they're going to go ahead and make sure that they're kind to each other, really growing these very common, really good social behaviors that we all need to make sure that we're following by. You walk into another classroom and kids are singing to whatever music is playing, building a STEM project. And again, remember I told you about the sneaky learning? Kids don't even realize that they're really just learning and getting into engineering and whatever that might be, some literacy. And we always have said kids vote with their feet. And these are free programs that we provide. We do not want cost to be a barrier.
Right.
So when kids come day after day and they're excited about the next summer, you know that you're doing something right.
Sure.
That's the moment of reward.
Amazing. Yeah.
On another level, we have an alumni program we really have kicked off and put a lot more effort into in the last 3 to 4 years. And when a 16 or 17-year-old comes back to say, I want to pay it forward. So last summer, we had an individual. He's now a high school senior. He goes, I recruited some lacrosse players. I'm going to come into the summer program and I want to teach the kids lacrosse. He goes, it was the first time I didn't even know about the sport in 4th grade, but I went to the Roddick Foundation summer learning program. Y'all had someone come in and teach me lacrosse and I went with it. Middle school, high school, and now I'm on the varsity team. And that's Andy's always his thing has been like, let's make sure kids are set up for success, but let's make sure that they can figure out where their passion lies. Because sometimes it's too late in life. They figure it out in 9th grade or 10th grade. But if they figure it out in elementary age years, they can build on that in middle school and in high school. So it's wonderful when you have teenagers reflecting back and having gratitude.
Yeah. What made you want to do this kind of work? I mean, what's your background and how did you get involved?
So I guess things happen for a reason. I was doing my undergrad at University of Texas, and I needed to. Yep. I needed to go ahead and make sure that I had some money for spring break vacation, and my dad said, "Go get a job." So I ended up getting a job at Harris Elementary as an after-school group leader.
Okay.
I was pre-med, finished an entire pre-med degree, but here's where I found my calling. I started, a group of kids. There were my kids every single afternoon. You would find that shy child in the corner that just wasn't connecting with others. And I realized it was very simple for me to say, who wants to do Mancala? Who wants to go ahead and play Uno? And kids would just gravitate towards me as the group leader. And I'd bring that child over, and you just do that a couple of times. And all of a sudden, that friendship is, connecting and establishing. That's rewarding. The kid that comes in and the teacher's right behind him and is like, he's not doing his homework. It's confidence that you could go ahead and build just like that. Sit down with them, get them through a couple of problems, let the momentum take it, right? And on that level of with a child, just having someone that really cares about them, it's remarkable. And then you have the parent that runs in after 2 connecting bus stops, has 2 minutes left before the program ends. And you're telling her homework is done. They had a healthy afternoon snack. We played on the playground. Your kid is wiped out. And it's just that gratitude of, I can spend time with my kid now, right?
Wow. That's great.
And so this is actually my 30th year in after school and summer programming. and providing safe and supervised spaces for kids.
Is there any one thing that you wish that people knew or understood about the organization specifically?
Yeah, I think that there's been so many years where we've really looked at this as like, it would be good if we had an after-school program for our kids
Mm-hmm.
or a summer program. It's essential. It's not like a nice to have, it's a necessity. And more research is showing this learning gap that's occurring. It's pretty, alarming when you see a child that has after-school program and summer programs, normally from an affluent family, because they can go ahead and choose and they can pay for it. They are going to be 2 years ahead than another child that doesn't have that opportunity. So by 5th grade,
Yeah.
a child that is actually at a place of 3rd grade but should be 5th grade because they didn't connect all summer. They didn't learn in the afternoon. They didn't get those enriching experiences.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're very proud. We close the learning gap. Like with our kids that we serve, we completely close it.
Mm.
And it's important for people to realize that, there's a lot of benefit to after school and summer program. There is a recent study that was just released, 26-year longitudinal study from birth until they were 26. And it's no surprise to me at all that you found the adults that were 26 that had early childhood, after school and summer programs as organized activities.
Uh-huh.
They had higher academics, positive social behavior. They are stronger learners, earners, and leaders, right?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yet we have so many kids that don't have that opportunity. Here's the part that people really don't know, is that your largest gains come from children with low-income families. So you're going to see more gains in academics and social behavior. Risky behavior goes down when you're really leaning in and opening up doors for children to have these experiences.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And you did share the one story. Are there any other sort of specific memorable stories of impact?
Yeah. So my dad used to always say the saying, and he would say it over and over. And finally, over the last 3 or 4 years, it stuck with me. Limited minds, limited experiences equals limited income.
Uh-huh.
Like, Dad, what are you saying, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you all these experiences and all these opportunities, and it's going to open up your world to whatever you want to do.
Mm.
So last year, I was talking to one of our alumni. These alumni, their reflections are just beautiful. They make you remember why you do this work, right? Mm. And she said, Miss Jamie, I will always give you my summers to volunteer because ARF shaped me. It gave me what I needed. Our statistics always show that 95% of our kids say that they wouldn't have had these experiences without the program. Mm-hmm. She was a quiet child, had 2 or 3 friends, didn't have a lot of confidence. She was like, I started going to the program. And all of a sudden, people were becoming my friends. And I started opening up my circle and I started leading things. And as a national accredited summer learning program through NSLA, which is National Summer Learning Association, we got a chance to send an alumni to Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. Mm. She went to the Capitol. She said, I got to get all dressed up. I got to speak to the Secretary of Education. Mm-hmm. I got to meet people from across the nation. My friend group is large. And now I have 1,000 friends, and she's in high school, and she's leading clubs. She's leading tours through her high school.
Amazing.
She's applying for college. She's already gotten accepted because the world is out there for her and the sky is the limit. And Kevin, that's what we want for every single child.
Right.
But that's how you need to build it, right?
Sure.
Have these experiences, allow for them to go ahead and feel like they have the confidence and they can be anything. I think those are the stories that keep me going.
So is there a way for people who are hopefully hearing this to support the organization, to get involved? What's the call to action here?
Yeah. First off, I start with, we're expanding opportunities through partnerships and community. We're always in this to work with someone else, right? Whether that's an individual, a corporation, a school, parents. Our largest fundraiser happens in the fall. It's our gala. Mm-hmm. And Andy works very hard all year long to find that perfect talent that's willing to go ahead and donate their talent to us. Um, it meets our mission. We get to celebrate all the great things that we accomplished, and we get to go ahead and raise money for the next year and hopefully to do even more, right? So that's our gala. It happens in the fall. Save the date. It's always wonderful to attend. It's one of the best ones in Austin. And then also, we've got a Brooklyn Decker's Andy's wife, and she's going to be helping us with a volunteer opportunity for a community give back day. I think it's important for us to make sure that we're coming together to make the city great. So it's going to be corporations buying tables to go ahead and do team building with their staff and producing at-home learning kits. So these at-home learning kits are for kids to go ahead, our partner school children, to have during spring breaks and winter breaks and summer camps. And it's educational. It's something they can do with their family. You're bringing them together off the iPad, and you're allowing for them to create. And there's no cost, right? We're gifting it to them. We always do spring break and summer tours, and I can do videos all day long, but honestly, when you walk through the program and you see the energy and the enthusiasm and what's being created, that's always what we want anybody in the community to go ahead and come through. And then we want to meet any of our supporters where they're at. Some people are just like, I want to support a good cause. So go to roddickfoundation.org.
There you go.
Make a donation. Let us continue this work, because honestly, we just need to make sure kids are connected, they're safe, parents can have peace of mind while they're working, and we can allow for every child to reach their full potential.